Welcome to Just Break Up, the Patreon edition. My name is Sierra DeMulder.
And I'm Sam Blackwell. And today we're going to talk about Instagram.
Listen, y'all. You know the second hardest thing about having a child?
I don't.
It's not sleepless nights. It's not sleepless nights. It's not like crying. You know, it's not like your own childhood trauma coming back to haunt you as you parent yourself and this child.
Sure. I mean, that seems like the worst part of it.
It's all their fucking cooties. No, yeah. No. It's their cooties. So Sarah is sick again. Not sure why I referred to myself in second person, or third person. Yeah. Whatever person. There we go.
We're both English majors.
But listen, the only thing in my system right now is baby cooties, coffee, and Dayquil. So we're just gonna take this episode easy. It's gonna be great. But this is essentially a sick day version. I'm taking a sick day version of a Patreon episode. We're gonna review Instagram quotes or advice, and because it always puts me in a good mood. And we're just going to review it I'm just going to go through this one fucking account because it is a lot and it's all over the place. You know what I mean? This account is called IG Relationship Quotes with 2 S's. Quotesesesss.
I love that.
Relationship Quotesesesss.
I love it.
Yeah.
IG Relationship Quotes with 1 S was clearly taken. So they just were like, oh, we'll just throw another S on there. It'll be fine.
Well, they just wanted to make sure you knew that there were lots of quotes.
Yeah.
Quotesesesss. Yeah. Okay. The first post that I see on the page, it has a cute little graphic of 2 old people hugging cartoon. And it says, we fall in love with 3 people in our lifetime. I am tapped out of that already then. Sorry, Willow.
Yeah, that's real.
It says each one for a special reason. First love. This love, it's like a carousel, I'm swiping through.
Okay.
This love often happens at a young age. You eventually grow apart or call it quits over silly things. When you get older, you may look back and think it wasn't love. But the truth is it was. It was love for what you knew to be love at the time. No, wait, I just made up that sentence. It says it was love for...
This is a thing that happens, by the way, friends.
As I read.
Yeah, when we read letters, Sierra and I sometimes start a sentence really confidently, and then we don't know what's going to happen. So we just make up what the sentence says, and then we're like, wait, that's not actually what it says. We have to go back. We just we're trying real hard to anticipate.
They didn't say that. Yeah. It was love for what you knew love to be. Comparable, but mine was better. Remember, there are different depths of love. That's the first slide. Do you want me to read about all 3 loves? And then you respond?
I need to know I need the full story of what my love trajectory is going to be. I can't wait to find out.
Here we go. Number 2. Love number 2. Love number 2. The hard one. Oh. You get hurt in this one. This love teaches us lessons and makes us stronger. This love includes pain, lies, betrayal, abuse, drama, and damage. But this is the one where we grow.
Sure.
We realize I'm just time out first at 1 second is that I know that we grow in toxic relationships, but marketing them as such is I fell for that for years. And anyway, continuing. We realize what we love about love and what we don't love about love. Now we know, I can't read this Dayquil, man. Now we all know the difference between good and bad humans.
Oh.
That came out of nowhere. It's all accompanied by these cute little ass cartoons. So it's man.
They're really cute.
Right, now we have become closed, careful, cautious, and considerate. We know exactly what we want and don't want.
Sure.
Third love.
Mm-hmm.
This one comes blindly. No warning. It creeps up on you silently. You don't go looking for this love. It comes to you. You can't put it up any walls. You can put up any walls you want, and it will be broken down. You find yourself caring about that person without trying. They look nothing like your usual crush types, but you get lost in their eyes daily. You see beauty in their imperfections, and you hide nothing from them. You want marriage and family with them. You thank the universe for them. You genuinely love them. And then it says this weird thing, read caption for 1 minute. Like, is it a spell that I have to complete in a specific way? It makes me feel good that the caption, that this only has 31 likes, and this page has like 18,000 followers. So like 31 people are like this. Oh, 35. Sorry. 35 people, maybe 4 people liked it while I was reading it. It was only posted 30 minutes ago. So this is fucking, this is what we call fresh content, kids.
Yeah. I mean, this episode is coming out in like a week and a half, but that's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's okay. How do you feel about the theory that we only fall in love 3 times, and that it's basically like the first love, young love, the second hard love, and the third like out of nowhere but like forever love?
Sure, yeah, that's a fun story to tell ourselves, that like love follows a set path in all ways.
You know what's gonna be really fun right now? Willow told me this like beautiful, thoughtful idea that she heard in one of her fucking beautiful mindfulness lectures that she listens to right now, and I'm gonna try to recall it.
Love it. I'm Dayquil and coffee.
I can't. Here we go. It was like it applies so well to this, but I don't remember a single word of it. So I'm just gonna try to paint it with words.
Tell me the essence. The essence of what they're saying.
The essence was like, we crave a permanent point of perspective or something. I'm going to text her and figure this out.
I love the alliteration.
The essence of it was, thank you. The essence of it was we want a point of reference for all things, so that we always feel like we know where we are and where we're going. And this reminds me of that, that like, oh, of course, this makes sense. This is a mode of categorization that will make the universe less daunting in its chaos.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's like how so many of us want like a rule book, right? Like, here's the thing that you do in the right order to get the exact outcome that you want. And this absolutely makes sense. And like, probably a lot of it is true to people's experiences. Like, as you were listening to those things, I was like, I had the young love that like, we didn't break up over stupid things. We broke up because he was cheating on me, or I was like the other person in the relationship or whatever. Like, that doesn't feel like a stupid reason, but fine. And then I had love that was like not great, and I learned from it and like all of that stuff. And then I have this love that seems to be working pretty well. I don't know that I like wasn't seeking it because I was actively seeking it at the time, but like, that's fine. Right? Like, it's like that principle in like psychology.
Peter does look differently. Doesn't Peter physically look different than your other crushes? This
absolutely.
Instagram account is a prophet.
It's like that concept in psychology, like it's called the Barnum principle, I think, where it's like things are vague enough that like you can see yourself in it. And then like you're like, yep, that part was really true for me, so obviously this has to be true for everyone.
Are they talking about astrology? Is that what that was applied to?
I believe so, yes. I think it was like, it's called the Barnum effect. Everyone. I'm not going to say this because I'm making this story up in my head. Anyway, yes. So
I'm Googling it right now.
But like,
effect, yeah.
I do think that people crave.
If you guys are watching the video and I just squinted at the screen,
she's not wearing her glasses.
It's because I'm not wearing my glasses because I have my nerdy wireframe glasses. Okay, now I can see the screen. I call these my archaeologist glasses.
They're cute.
Because I look like an archaeologist in them. Thank you. Like that I could be like, this is a bone of a dinosaur.
All of the archidologist listeners we have are turning, like, just screaming. Yeah. It's like, that's not what we do.
No, I think they're cute. I think they're cute. I mean, like, when I picked them out, I was like, okay, this Laura Dern would definitely wear these in Jurassic Park. That's what I was. That was
absolutely. Yep.
Thank you. Okay, so the Barnum effect, also called the Forer effect in psychology, is the phenomenon that occurs when individuals believe that personality descriptions apply specifically, going to the link, to them more so than to other people. Despite the fact that the description is actually filled with information that applies to everyone. This effect means that people are gullible. What website is this? Because they think the information is only about them when in fact the information is more generic. The Barnum effect came from the phrase often attributed, perhaps falsely, to showman P.T. Barnum, that a, quote, sucker is born every minute.
I thought that's what it was when I was like going on. I was about to say this and was like, oh, I didn't. I think I just made up this entire story about P.T. Barnum.
This says, psychics, horoscopes, magicians, palm readers, and crystal ball gazers make use of the Barnum effect when they convince people that their description of them is highly unique and special and could never apply to anyone else. You know, let's go on a tangent. Do you believe in mediums?
No. What about our entire relationship with each other would make you think that I would believe in mediums?
Oh, very little. Oh, very, very little. Very little. Honestly, maybe just like because the universe is surprising. That was the only fact that made me think maybe Sam says yes to this. Okay, well, we should get a medium on the show.
We absolutely should
do a. Would you do that? I would totally do that.
Yeah, for sure.
In a heartbeat.
Get a psychic, get a palm reader. I would love doing that. That sounds super fun.
All right. I'm keeping the glasses on. If you guys accept me for who I am.
We do. Here we go. I promise.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. Okay, here we go. This next meme from IG relationship quotes with 2 S's says, "My ex taught me that the more chances you give someone, the less they value you. They're not afraid to lose you because they know no matter what, you won't walk away. Never let someone get too comfortable disrespecting you. Love yourself first."
I mean, I don't disagree with that, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think that that's sort of speaking to the idea that like, if you don't hold people to like accountable to the things that you're asking them for, then like, of course they're not going to give it to you. Like, and like, if they continue to like overstep your boundaries and like get away with it, then it's like, then they're going to continue to overstep your boundaries, which I think is great and good. I think that the idea that like, part of being in a relationship is about like telling people what's okay and what's not okay and like holding them accountable to that. Like that's great for me. And like, people are going to overstep if you let them overstep. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I didn't like the wording of it, but that's, they got the gist that I sort of agree with.
I know. You and I have become so much like more vague and like, we used to be like, leave him, dump him. He sucks. Like if you see this red flag, leave. And now we're like, whatever. I mean, I can't I think like, I shy away from any posts that are like, this is the way it is, because I know that that's inherently not true, but also like you can't say anything if you don't declare something, but I agree. I'm like turned off by the totality of a post like that.
Yeah, for sure. Cause I also think that there's like space for forgiveness in relationships too. That is like, you fucked up, and also like we're gonna work to reconcile this together, right? Like that's okay. Yeah. But I don't think that's what they were getting at. I think they were talking about like people who consistently do like cheat on you.
A chronic liar.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
Yes, exactly. Okay, here we go. This is a longer post, but it'll be worth it. I think we should respond to one at a time. If they say these 6 things,
love it.
Walk away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Here's the first one. Don't want to hurt you. What they are actually saying is that if you let things continue the way that they are, you will most likely get hurt. People say they don't want to hurt you right before they do. This is not a sign of affection. This is a warning label. Don't ignore it.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt you.
I'm trying to think of like the times I've said that to somebody, and it's always been in a relationship where they were like way more into me than I was into them.
I guess like where's the personal onus? Is it like, are we responsible? No, okay. We're each responsible for our own selves. And so if you're saying, I don't want to hurt you, you better be able to also articulate all the ways in which you foresee that happening. Like, hey, we are in a situationship. I don't want a relationship right now. I don't want to commit. This won't change anytime soon.
And I don't
like things the way they are, but if you're with me, right. But if you're with me and you want something else, maybe we should end this because I don't want to hurt you. Mm-hmm. So as much as I don't like this account, I like the idea of us tuning into our intuitions and like making space for like seeing the true compatibility or incompatibility and valuing our own desires enough to be like, no, okay, cool. You don't want to hurt me. I don't like the threat of like people say this right before they're going to hurt you, you know, like whatever.
Like
but that's just, I think I'm an old curmudgeony Instagram account user. There we go. All right. Number 2, I'm not looking for a relationship, period. It's not a question of timing. It's not because they are not looking for a relationship in principle. They've decided that they don't want a relationship with you specifically. Don't take that as an invitation to wait them out or try to change their mind by proving to them how great you are. Yeah. You want to score it?
I kind of agree with that one where it's like, I've said I'm not ready for a relationship when I just didn't want a relationship with that person. So like,
oh my God. How many times have we seen that in a letter and I wanted to be like,
so many.
It's so hard to say.
He's just not that
yourself.
into you. Oh, absolutely. But I think that like,
yeah, I know.
I think that there's like a hint of truth to that, right? Like it's probably not true all the time, right? There might be people who are absolutely not into relationships, who are only looking for something casual. But I think a lot of the time it's an important marker for us to like say, okay, this person is telling me they don't want a relationship, not even in general. They are telling me they don't want a relationship with me, right? Because they're saying it in a general way, but they're saying it to me about the situation that we're currently in. So is this something that I want to continue pursuing? And I think that like marking that as a like, not necessarily a runaway flag, but in a way that's like, can we practice some radical honesty about what's happening right now? And then decide what we want to do about it. Like, I think that that's a phrase that should be listened to and should be given consideration for sure.
You know what? I'm going to move away from this post because there are a lot other worse ones. And I was like scrolling through and I was like, I think we're ultimately going to agree with all of these. So just like regurgitated.
Way to go. IG, Instagram, quotes, relationship, SS.
Quotesesesss. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Females break up.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Mentally.
Okay. Love gender essentialism.
They break up physically.
Sure.
A guy can think he has her on lock while laying beside her, but her mind is in another place. Be careful of how you treat her because once you lose the head, the body follows, and that is real. 535 likes.
And they have 18,000 followers?
Yeah. Yeah.
They need to switch to video, clearly.
No, Instagram is just draining every single account creator ever. Okay, so there's just like literally so much to unpack there. Well, we just skip it. Unless you have anything profound to say about that fucking one.
I mean, I can give you the Cliff's Notes. Gender essentialism.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hate it. Number 2, what does breaking up in your mind mean versus in your body? 3, why is this so threatening? I don't understand.
Head and heart work. That's what it is.
4,
Funny.
let's instill fear into everyone who's dating a female that they are somehow not present in their mind because like that's going to really make relationships effective.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
That's all I got.
So real. A man has 2 options in a relationship.
Oh, just 2.
Either stand up and be the man she needs or sit down so she can see the man behind you.
I will give that a 10 out of 10 for creativity, for sure. That is a...
Yeah.
That's an impressive read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I think we all know why. That's not a super helpful thing.
When someone is not meant for you, the universe will trigger them to mess up, like hurt you or disappoint you until you get the message to release them. That's a juicy one. That's a hot take, let me tell you, because then you can just be like, well, the universe hasn't triggered me enough to release him enough yet.
Oh, for sure.
So I might
Absolutely.
as well stay in this shitty relationship because I have no agency because I am a female.
Absolutely. And I love the idea.
Let me tell you, Instagram relationship advice loves the phrase females. I've never read the word females more than like biology class 101 in high school and on Instagram relationship memes.
For sure. Yeah, I also love the idea that the universe gives enough of a shit to like make things happen in your relationship. Like, yes, I am here to teach you an important lesson about whether or not you should be with this person, when it's like, no, it's just up to you, friend. Like, is this person fucking up enough for you to leave them? Or are you just not into this person? That's fine. You can break up with them. You don't need reasons to. You don't need them to like behave badly. And also people get triggered by all sorts of things, and it doesn't mean that they're not like committed to a relationship.
All right, let's do one more. Never do in a relationship, period. Swipe.
Oh, got
There's
it. Okay.
Too. Yeah, it just says never do in a relationship, period. And then you swipe. Number 1, never talk anything about your ex or past.
Hard disagree on that one.
No childhood talk. Don't tell them about what happened last week. Don't tell them about what you ordered at the restaurant earlier that day.
Absolutely. Don't tell them about your
Nothing
day,
in the past.
period. Because that'll be in the past by the time you're talking about it.
And we could be rich. We should just change our whole relationship advice model. Number 2, never talk or do something that makes them feel uncomfortable.
What?
Yeah, okay, so like this is posted on IG relationship quotes 2 S's, but it's credited to @hissecretobsession __, which I feel like we should go to that page.
We should
next.
definitely spend some time there for sure. Please say things that make your partners uncomfortable. That is how relationships happen and how you move through them together and establish boundaries and preferences. So please do that. Also, please talk about your past.
Never not uncomfortable is like what I'm going to put on a t-shirt next. All right. Never make them feel restricted is number 3. Number 4, never doubt on them. If they are really into you, they will never cheat on you.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure. I agree with that. Like if you can't trust your partner, why are you with them? That's fine. I don't know like what it means to restrict somebody, because it feels like it's kind of like those two advice things are like contradictory, because you're obviously restricting somebody if you're in a monogamous relationship, because that means that they can't have other things, right? Like,
yeah, I know. Number 5, make them feel, never make them feel like a partner they can't share anything. First, be a great friend before a partner, but not the past. Not anything that makes them uncomfortable.
Right.
And not anything that makes them feel restricted. So
they can share everything and make you as uncomfortable as they want, but you can't share anything about your past or make them uncomfortable. Got it. This seems like a very healthy relationship dynamic.
Yeah, no, I'm figuring this out because number 6 is never compare them with your ex or someone else. Everyone is unique, but easy. If you can't talk about your past or make them uncomfortable, that's never even going to happen. So like number 6 is like null and void.
You don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
Easy peasy.
If you're following rule number 1, you don't have to worry about rule number 6.
Here we go. Number 7, never get angry on them. And even if you try to self-control and divert your mind, some unknown actions of yours can destroy the whole relationship. Man, I got to go to this at his secret obsession to see what's up. Number 8, never use abusive words for them or their family or friends. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Good job.
That's great.
Don't
use abusive words about lots of people.
And that's it. That's the end of it.
Okay, great.
I feel like I've got it unwrapped now. Like I definitely know how to have a good relationship from here on out. I am going to that page really quickly before we wrap up this episode. His secret obsession __. The secrets of love. They list themselves as a counselor.
Oh.
And they have 157,000 followers.
That's a lot. That's a lot of followers.
And it's just basically lots of, yeah. It's a lot of reposts of what I just saw before.
Got it.
Post number 3 is make him realize he needs you. Don't organize your life around him. Make time for each other, not just you for him. Use your natural feminine magnetism. Sam.
I will do that.
I hope you do. If you haven't heard already, we're doing our March Just Break Up office hours where we hang out and do a live Q&A on Zoom. This is happening on March 28th. It's a Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. You can join that by subscribing at $10 a month or annually at any level. If you have been to one of these and you love it and you happen to listen through this whole chaotic Dayquil fueled rambling, write your thoughts about shut up. Give us a quick little review about these Just Break Up office hours in the comments to tell other people how fucking awesome they are. They're so fun. They definitely fill our cups up. And that's happening on March 28th. It's a Tuesday. You should come to it. Sam, help me. Sam, you do the affirmation. Because my affirmation would be like, go to sleep, sweet child of mine.
All right. Remember, everyone,
I'm ready.
Don't get your relationship advice on Instagram unless it's from us. And otherwise, don't talk about your past. And remember to not make people feel uncomfortable around you. And if all else fails, just break up.
Just break up. Woo!